up, guys? Your boy Coach Ant here with No Cap Sports Talk. All right, today we got a special guest, my boy Byron McNair, aka BJ the Sniper.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing?
I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Hustle and Heart, and Pierre. Much love and appreciation for allowing us to use the space and the facilities. And also for our fans, just a quick little update. We've been taking a little breaks, but we've been busy just making rounds in the community. And as far as I know Coach Marty with his actual football team, just helping coaching. So he's been busy and stuff like that with everyday life, and then busy around the gym, training and stuff like that. So, but we definitely will have more content coming up and ramping up as we get back into the fall, into the actual football season. But today we're going to talk about my boy BJ, the Sniper, a little bit about his journey. So I'm going to let him introduce himself, give a little background information.
How y'all doing? Like he said, I am Byron McNair, a quarterback at Kansas Wesleyan. I was a true freshman. Almost had like a perfect season. We finished 8-3, but when I started, we went on a 5-game winning streak. So while I was a starting QB, our record was 5-1. Initially, we got knocked out the playoffs. We lost the conference championship, but we still got a ring because the team we lost to, they ended up losing the next week to a team we beat by 30. So we each shared that conference ring. But yeah, man, the Sniper. Been having this, been a quarterback all my life. Been playing football. I started playing football at like 5. I started at Herbert Hoover. But our coach had ended up like leaving and doing something else, so I didn't really technically start playing until I was 6. Either way, still been playing the game for a long time, 13, 14 years, so this is my life. For sure.
Love it. So yeah, real quick, I want to just dive straight in, and I'm going to start on the back end.
For sure. Since
you just said you're a true freshman. Now, I know being a former college athlete that's not easy to do, especially at the quarterback position, because there's so much extra stimulus and so much extra information and stuff to learn. So what do you feel like was the hardest part about making that transition from high school to potentially earning that starting spot?
I would say, first off, like, I just thank the people who I surrounded myself around, because without them, like they say, it takes a village to raise somebody. So, if y'all don't know, I spent all my summer before going to college with Ant, with my brothers. So, like he said, with him having a college background and my brothers playing college football, like my brother went JUCO and played at a high level. So, y'all already do what it took to prepare me for that. So, I was preparing to be at that next level, at that top level, even before I got there. So once I got there, first practice, everybody was impressed. They like, who is this kid? Like, I wasn't talking much, nervous freshman. But when we got on the field, I turned up.
Yeah.
And so we had a meeting. Coach was like, we don't play freshmen, but like in the next 1 or 2 years, this team gonna be yours. So I'm like, okay, just keep my head down, keep working every day. Earn these guys' trust, build, connections, brotherhood. And as week by week came on, it just got better for me. Like, in my head, I wasn't really like, I was focused. Like, when we got on the field, at the end of the day, it's just football. So I try not to overthink it. The only difference was they older, they bigger, they faster, and they stronger.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, my heart consistent, my mind consistent. So I was just like, this is nothing. But yeah, I didn't really overthink it, because as humans, as men, when we get to overthinking, that's when mistakes get to happen and we get uncomfortable. So I just wanted to make sure, I took a deep breath and just, I like a quote by Bruce Lee: "Be water, my friend. Just be smooth. Let everything just flow. Be water, be the ocean. Just be smooth." So that's how I really went about things.
And it's funny you say that, because knowing you personally, your personality, that makes sense.
Be water.
Yeah, because you always calm. That is true.
Yes, sir.
Now, going back to your high school career, can you speak on that a little bit more for us, for the people that don't know your background, like what schools you went to, how your journey was high school wise, and some key things you learned that helped you transition into college?
Actually, so in 8th grade, Well, in 8th grade, I moved into like the Pattonville School District. So I always thought I'm going to Pattonville. Off the rip, I'm going to Pattonville, I'm going to Pattonville. But my 8th grade football season, I played for Lou Fuse. So, it's a lot of hype with Lou Fuse, a big organization. So I had a game one day, and high school coaches were able to like come out and like just watch, and I got introduced to Dismet. Shout out to Coach Steeples, Robert Steeples. He talked to my parents, like we really like this kid. So like I could have went to any school, the Cardinal Ritters. I could have went anywhere, but for my mom to see him actually reach out and come talk to me, that was like big for her. So she went to Dismet freshman and sophomore year. Went half of my junior year. Some things happened. I ended up having to sit out a whole football season. My senior year, went to Pattonville, had the full season. But like I say, like there's nothing like deep or it's nothing too crazy for me to say. Like football is football at the end of the day. I would say it taught me how to be a man and I would say relationships and learn how to be a team player and life lessons is the big key to football, because when you play the game, it's just the game. We out there, everybody throw, run, catch, tackle. It's just the game. But when you look at a deeper level and you gotta count on you don't know what your person next to you can't control what they do. But if there was trust and there was a relationship that I know, okay, my guy gonna take care of his business, I'm gonna take care of my business, and together we just gonna win. So that's really pretty much it.
I love it. Yeah, so it sound like at some point during your journey, like everybody do, you face some adversity and you see it help you become a man. And I think that's important that you brought that up, because a lot of people, they feel like no matter what part of their journey they in, but especially when things might not be the way they want them to be, or you know what I'm saying, they kind of like, that's when you kind of find out what you made of.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally. So it's like I tell people you got two choices at that point. You either can keep your head down, get to work, do what you got to do, make the sacrifices you need to, learn. You know what I'm saying? Learn the things you need to, go through whatever you need to, or you can sit and soak in and self-pity. You know what I'm saying? And I be telling people, I feel like that's the difference between being good and great, or just being average and great. And I be telling you, like, I feel like you gonna be great, and you are being great. You know what I'm saying? That's just certain things that played out in your life. Like I be telling you, God works in mysterious ways. So I feel like there's just certain things that play out in your life allow you to be the man you are. So with that being said, like, what's your end goal? Like, just in general, like when it's all said and done, who do you want to be known as? What do you want people to remember you as?
I would just say a man that was always true, like genuine, down to earth person. In this world right now, I feel like there's a lot of disgenuine people, dishonesty. I just want to, get to the league and make sure I'm there with the people who got me there. I don't want to get to the next level and get to the highest point, because my main goal is the NFL. I don't want to get there and now all of a sudden I'm training different or I'm switching things up. I want to stay, down to my roots and, come up with the people that was there when I was at the bottom. And, back to like my high school journey and more so with that, a lot of people don't know I only played like 13 games of high school football at the varsity level. Freshman year, I actually injured my right elbow, my throwing arm 4 times in 1 year. It's called pitcher's elbow, separation from your elbow, overthrown, overused. Working so hard. Set out my whole freshman year, rehabbed that whole spring, summer, and at that time, Desmet was ranked like 18th nationally, so we popped in, just won state. Sophomore year, not expecting to play, nobody expected me to play, but I knew I wanted to be on that field. So sophomore year, it was COVID, ended up starting for us our first 2 games. Then me being small, sophomore, I performed at a good level, but like not high enough. So I did end up getting my spot taken, but then we ended up making it to state, and the quarterback that took my spot, he ended up going down, and I ended up stepping back up and playing. We ended up losing, but everybody seen like what I was about, just to come from not playing those other weeks and then going into a state game and just performing at a high level.
Yes,
That did say a lot. But like I said, then after that, my junior year, it was gonna be all mine. Like everybody, I was, one of the top guys in the state, in the city. Everybody expecting me to, just have a great year. And like I feel like most people know your junior year of high school football is like one of your most important years.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was going to camps, Mizzou, Kentucky, performing high at camps. So everyone was pretty, all eyes were on me. And I made a mistake, had to sit out the whole year, and that's something that I live with every day. But as a man, as a person, it's not just football, because in life, things are going to happen. And like you said, it shows what type of man you are. Are you going to put your head down and keep going, or are you just going to let it consume you and, just continue to fall down? So that's something I made sure I didn't want. And that's why when you said, when I get to the next level, what I want to be remembered as, that's what I want people to remember me as. Someone that, the whole world dropped on him and he still stood 10 toes down. And I really wouldn't be able to do it without God. God first, because like I said, he put you, the people in my life for a reason. Because without you, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm quiet, calm. I don't do much at work. And I, had my brother, had you, put a smile on your face sometimes. Stop walking around like so dark and stuff like that. So that's something I had to overcome. I had to change my perspective on a lot of things. It really helped me and played good out for
the future. I'd love to hear it. Now, what you saying, you mentioned that the ultimate goal is the NFL.
Yes, sir.
So, with that being said, what are you actively doing to help that dream become a reality?
Yeah, I see this guy next to me with him every single day. 3 times, I'm working out 3 times a day. It's summertime, I could easily be sleeping in, not waking up to 10, 11. I'm getting up 8 a.m., going to Edge Fitness, lifting with my brother, go home. We have a session at like 1 afternoon, noon, go to that session. Then we come here and hustle, get another session in, go home, shower, and repeat, literally. When I'm at home, I'm watching film. I watch so much film on my opposing teams this season and of myself during the spring and last year that I've developed and start watching NFL games and D1 college games, because it's like I know I just watched it so much and looked at every single thing, so it's like I'm watching everything football related. And if I'm not watching football, I'm watching podcasts or things that's gonna help better me as a man, or just like if you look on my TikTok feed, it's only peaceful things, motivational speeches about God and stuff like that. So, I know what it takes to be there. So I'm like, my brother, he kind of really hard on me. He nobody's perfect, but he kind of pushes perfection on me. Because if you strive for perfection, you might not get there, but if that's what's on your head, perfection, it's gonna be so much easier to do right. So, like I said, three workouts a day, Monday through Friday, 2 to 3 workouts a day. Weekends, I try to, rest, stretch, get my body a recovery. But the grind is literally all it is.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. I'd love to hear it. Now, going back to, you mentioned a little bit about film study.
Yes, sir.
Now, for maybe our younger guys or maybe even older guys that our audience is watching, they might not be too familiar with watching film, or they are not quite sure what they're looking for when it comes to film. Some people, they turn on film and highlight it. They just watch it like it's, you know what I'm saying? So what are you specifically looking for with the knowledge that you have to break it down and understand?
So a lot of people may not know this, but off the field in the classroom, I'm a 4.0 student. So, my mind is one of the strongest aspects. And when I watch film, off rip, I'm trying to look at tendencies, some defenses like to mix it up, show a pre-snap look and then post-snap roll and do a lot of things. Some teams just straight up what they line up in is what it's gonna be. So Offensive wise, I know what we doing. We know the play. They don't. So off rip, as a quarterback, I'm starting off with the line. Even an eye front. See, where the pressure could be coming from, where it could not be coming from. But then I look too high, one high safety. How many safeties up there? That's gonna tell me, too high. You could either be cover 2 man, cover 2 or cover 4. Then I go to the corners. If they press, are they square or are they staggered? Things to, see what's going on. Those are all pre-snap things. So I kind of don't really focus on the mics. Only not really on the mics because they do the same thing. They're the same play. Linebacker wise, I look to see where the apex is or what he's doing. At the level I play in, or at the next level, I feel like nickels, they don't really disguise that well. They'll line up, between the numbers and the hash. They just showing it off rip. So for the most part, so I look to see who shows it and who don't. Because sometimes you will, like I said, it will get tricky, and they'll try to fluctuate with that and show different looks. So you just gotta be ready to prepare for everything. So even though I said, they usually just show it off rip, some teams will mix it up as you continue to get through the season. So with film tendencies, just this guy aggressive. Is he good with his hands, good with his feet? Just see who their playmakers is. And another part of film I like to bring light to is at the next level, coaches, we have scouting reports. So we know, every week we know who their guys are, where their weak spots are, things like that. So especially as a quarterback, that's something you can't just be like, oh, I don't need this. At the end of the day, it is football, but if you want to beat that guy and be fully prepared, that's something you want to look into because, it's going to help you more. They ain't making it for no reason. That's there for you to help you. And for the younger guys, in high school, I know in high school, we at Pattonville and this man, we got scouting reports. Look at those things, study your opponent, see, what they like to do on third down, first and second down, what they tend to do. Do they first play of the game, do they blitz because they know it's most likely going to be a run? What tendencies do they do? Because I like to think of it like this, coaches have been doing it for a long time. And whatever they call has been working for a long time. So they're most likely not going to change. If they've been a D coordinator, offensive coordinator for 6-7 years, they thinking what they got is the best thing out there. So they're not going to change nothing up. They just going to keep it consistent because it's been working for them. So as a football player and as a quarterback, I'm thinking, okay, if this is what they do, this is what they do. So, once you learn that and learn the game and deep dive into that, it'll put you in a better place when you're on the field. You're more comfortable. You're not thrown off of what they do or what they don't do, Just play football and be water. I prepare so hard off the field, so once I get on the field, I can just swim, just be water.
I love it. I like how you said you prepare because that's what I feel like everything come back to is preparation. How well you prepare to handle a task or, whether it's in the game of football or the game of life. Honestly, because I feel like that's why so many people are caught off guard and put into situations because it's like they never take the time to properly prepare for whatever the situation may be. So it's like I said, everybody got a plan until you get smacked in the face, punched in the face. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it with stuff like that. I think back to school. Your teacher give you if you got a test coming up, your teacher give you a study guide. You know what I'm saying? That's what that scouting report is, a study guide. So if you're gonna throw the scouting report to the side, I'm the best athlete. Okay, they might have athletes just as good as you, or he might not be just as good, but he might be smarter and better prepared. You know what I'm saying? So I love that you brought that up because especially for from the younger guys watching that, that was one of the biggest things for me going into college. I could play with the best with them. I can, you know what I'm saying? But as far as my football IQ, my knowledge of the game, it was minimal. You know what I'm saying? So as I was able to learn the game and prepare more properly, I was able to get on the field. You know what I'm saying? But without that information, I would just been running around with like a chicken with my head cut off. You know what I'm saying? So
I say everything matters. Everything matters. We don't have we don't have film just for you not to watch it. That's why coaches look at how many hours you've been watching film. Coaches look at, do you know your plays? Have you been studying? Because yeah, it's football. You just go out and do your thing. But if you're not preparing, or the guy next to you not preparing, like I started off by saying, I can't trust you to be next to me and know what you're doing. And now I can't trust you, then I'm gonna try to do my job and your job. And now everything just, we out there. We ain't being watered. That's when the waves start to collide. Things mess up. So just like school, just like life. You see things, you learn things to prepare yourself to when you come encounter with them. In school, give you a study guide. They give you lessons and lessons and lessons, and then you get a test that last week. With football, practice, film, meetings, then you play the game. You can't just breeze through those things. Those things matter. Everything matters. Because the next level, if you're not watching film, you will not play. If you're not participating in meetings, you will not play. If you haven't been like anything, you don't know what you're doing, you will not play. That's something that I excelled at. I made sure that, even though my coach said, yeah, we don't play freshmen, I made sure whenever I went out there, I knew what I was doing. Like, before I came to starter, my coach, he had a meeting with me, brought me into his office. I know we told you we don't play freshmen, but you've been on a scout team with other freshmen, making them look good against our starting defense. And at that time, we got one of the best defenses.
That's saying something.
So he was like, we watching film, and it's not the guy like the other freshmen, aren't that good, but you're making them look like the best ever because what you're out there doing. And I was a leader. I knew I was excelled. I knew that I studied playbooks over, even though I wasn't playing, my mindset didn't change, Like, I'm going to treat this as if, like, I might be thrown out the next week, and that's what ended up happening. So it's like everything matters. Everything worked out in my favor. So even while just being on scout team, in my head, I could have easily, I'm not playing this shit. I could just be lackadaisical. Business is business.
100%.
My parents, they paying for me to be here other than scholarship money. People count on me to be here. So why would I just play with it like that? Like, nah. So out there, I'm being vocal, if they don't know what they're doing, I'm talking them up, and always be positive. I be confused on why teammates go at it and teammates be arguing. I be confused on that.
Like, for the most part, it's unnecessary.
Unnecessary, Y'all same locker room, gonna see each other every day, same school, You gotta trust that, man. Football is war. Football is war. You can't be going to war and you not seeing eye to eye with your comrade. Things just won't work out. So, you just gotta make sure, you a great teammate, a great person. That's why I said football helps you off the field, because if you're used to, being a leader and being a good leader, understanding that you can't lead this guy the same way you do lead that guy. You make it, y'all relationship may be a little deeper. You can, hey man, tighten up, you can get on him, but you may not be able to do that with him. He might take that person on now, so I feel like those things help you off the field. You might have a friend, you can't be so strong and hard on that friend. That friend might not be able to take that. So it teaches you how to have a balance with, communicating with everything. So football, that's my space. It's my science.
Now going back to preparation again, just real quick, you said you worked out 3 times a day. So what do you do as far as recovery to make sure that your body is still able to perform at a high level?
I would firstly say it's what you put into your body. You can't give out what you put in. So if you not sleeping enough, eating just who knows what, donuts, all those things, drinking soda, juice, you ain't gonna. It's sun coming down. You ain't gonna get nothing out of that. Your body gonna shut down. So with that being said, you will never see me drinking soda. You know, got water with me 24/7. Like my bottle with my car right now. You know, keep the water with me. I'm eating healthy. My snacks consist of yogurt, granola, things of that nature. I'm not eating chips. You know, you would never see me in a corner store. You know, at the gas station. You want something? Yeah, I'm getting Gatorade or some, you know, things like that. And you know, that comes with research. You know, I'm researching what's good and what's not good to eat. So just eating, that's number one, nutrition. And then, like I said, sleep. I try to get over 8 hours. If not 8, then 7. Like I'm never staying up too late because, like, you know, like I said, you don't want to put your body through that. You know.
Right.
So other than nutrition and sleep, stretching. I feel like stretching is the main thing. I even stretch in the shower sometimes. Like it don't matter. Like
you gotta do
what you gotta do. Like you
like I said, it's business.
Business.
And your business, no matter where you
gotta
at.
do. So, you know, the stretching, that's a big thing. And you know, when you're lifting and when you're performing, I say do everything right. Like get you a trainer, teach you technique, teach you how to make certain cuts, how to throw the ball, how to move weight, so you don't hurt yourself. And you're properly getting those muscles stronger to be in weird situations. So, you know, eat, nutrition, sleep, and stretching. And that's really how I, you know, keep my body smooth. My dad, he makes me do this thing, it's called oxycizing. You know, take a real deep breath, hold it, and like slowly breathe it out. And like that's why I'm able to, you know, work out for a long period of time or just do so much because like I know how to breathe when I lift, when I run, when I work out, I know how to, you know, do those things. And you know, your body appreciate you for that. You know, when you working out, next thing you know, you jumping out the gym or you making crazy plays. That's your body saying, you know, thank you for giving me this fuel to go show what you really made of. So yeah, that's the preparation. That's what I do as far as that.
So like you got it all figured out, man.
Yes,
Hey, I love to hear it.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I appreciate you coming out today, man. I know it's been a little minute. We trying to get this going, baby. Perfect timing, though. We finally got it. So hey, I appreciate you, man. Nothing but love for you. I know me and my boy Marty, we both appreciate you taking the time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to hear your journey, and you know what I'm saying? You already know there's nothing but love for you. Wish you nothing but the best. I'm eager to see what God has in store for you this upcoming season because I know it's going to be a special one.
Sure.
You know, so like I said, much appreciated again to our sponsor, Hustling Heart, Pierre Desir. All right, until next time, we appreciate you all. And that will be the end of this episode of No Cap Talk Sports Games. All right, now, hey,